The battlefield had become a cemetery of gunpowder and mud. The earth smelled of iron, smoke, and resignation. My uniform clung to my body, soaked with rain and sweat beneath it. The tight bandages and corset that hid my secret made every breath feel like another battle. I had worn this disguise for so long that sometimes I forgot who I really was. Soldier Simón de las Nieves. I whispered the name to myself. The wind answered with my real voice, soft, feminine, almost forgotten. Across the valley stood the colonial governor, perfectly dressed, untouched by the mud, watching the battle as though war were another theater performance. I raised my rifle. For one heartbeat, our eyes met. He didn't recognize the uniform, he recognized the eyes. The battle ended beneath heavy rain. Victory belonged to no one. Yet I walked away knowing something terrible had happened. The past had just recognized me. 3 days later, the governor's palace glittered beneath hundreds of crystal chandeliers. I had been invited to what they called a military reception. I knew better. It was an interrogation disguised as elegance. I entered wearing my blue officer's coat, still carrying stains of dried mud. The officer stared. Then he appeared, the governor, calm, elegant, dangerous. He smiled as though every conversation were another duel. So, you are the American officer who forced my soldiers to retreat with 10 men. 12, I corrected. Never underestimate miracles. A few officers laughed. The governor did not. He simply smiled wider. Dinner became another battlefield. No swords, only words. He raised his crystal glass to freedom. That beautiful word men pronounce and women suffer. The room fell silent. I lifted my own glass. Then let us also drink to the women who still have the courage to pronounce it. Several officers exchanged uncomfortable glances. The governor's eyes sparkled. So, you admire feminine virtues? I smiled. Virtues are like rifles, Your Excellency. They're useless unless someone knows how to use them. For the first time, he laughed, not politely, genuinely. After dinner, he invited me into his private office. The candles burned lower. The room suddenly felt smaller. He closed the door. Tell me, Lieutenant de las Nieves, do you truly believe everything you say? Or have you simply become very skilled at surviving? I answered without hesitation. In my country, thinking and pretending are both necessary to stay alive. He stepped closer, too close. There is something unusual about you. He studied my face, the way you speak, the way you remain silent. Most men are silent because they are afraid. You are silent because you are calculating. My heart pounded beneath the corset. Every heartbeat threatened to betray me. Then his hand gently touched my cheek, only for a moment. But it was enough. His expression changed, my God. I looked directly into his eyes. Worse than that, Your Excellency, I'm a woman. Silence, long, heavy, but loudest silence I had ever heard. He stared at me, not with anger, but with amazement. Slowly, he smiled. I should have you executed, then send me into history instead. At least there, no one will tell me to stay quiet. He laughed, not as my enemy, not even as my judge, as someone who had finally met an equal. He stepped closer. Then You will never wear another disguise. I smiled sadly. Promise me that one day the world won't force women to wear one. Neither of us spoke again. I picked up my military jacket, still stained with battlefield mud. You are fire, he whispered, and earth, and someday, I answered, only ashes with memories. At dawn, I left the palace. The streets smelled of rain, dust, and tomorrow. As I disappeared into the waking city,